G'day battlers, and amidst all of this Go Battle League battling, we are doing some Rose Cup battles. So we've got Vileplume up against Scrafty here, and if you don't know what Scrafty can do in the Rose Cup and again in the Open Great League meta, I do have a video on that. That was my last video, you can click up there to watch that, or I'll also have it at the end of the video. Scrafty has actually jumped up to number 2 in the Rose Cup meta. Unfortunately, Vileplume is not one of his great matchups. He uses the power-up punch to boost his attack and then gets his attack off. We think it's a foul play, we're just going to let it come through. We probably should have shielded it up, taken down the Scrafty and then had the switch advantage, but we decided to just hold on to our shields. So we've got 2 shields apiece here, got Golbat and up against Propass, so this is the main reason why we should have kept switch advantage so we don't get in one of those matchups where we are absolutely hard countered. Or maybe we should have brought in Steelix, who would have been a little bit more difficult to hard counter, especially seeing as he'd already shown his Scrafty, which was probably his fighter on the team. So we probably should have brought in Steelix, been a bit more versatile, get a bit of an energy advantage. But we actually get that advantage back by landing the Earthquake on the Propass. So he probably thought it was a crunch shield bait. He still had 2 shields, so he probably thought that I'd tried to burn them first, but nope. We went straight for the Earthquake, take out the Propass, and now we just have Skarmory in the back. Skarmory is actually pretty decent up against Steelix, like as much as Steelix is a tank and Skarmory is a flyer. Steelix doesn't actually have anything super effective to Skarmory, so it's kind of just whittling it down. Plus Skarmory has those 2 shields to be using, so we are just going to slowly bring it down, and then we do have Golbat in the back we should be able to apply enough damage to take in the Skarmory. So I think we're in a pretty safe matchup here. It's just the whittling it down. We do keep our shield for the Golbat because Steelix can probably tank another Sky Attack. Would have probably been able to tank another Flash Cannon too, but we don't quite get that to get to the Crunch, which actually might not have quite finished off the Skarmory, so we just went, oh well, let's go down, bring in Golbat, go for the Shadow Ball to finish off the Skarmory once and for all, and it should do the trick. Shadow Ball on Golbat is actually a pretty dangerous little thing. It does take a little bit of time to charge up, like it's not ages, but it's a little longer than you might like a Shadow Ball to charge up, like especially when you compare it to the ghosts, such as Exhibit A here, Alolan Marowak. Alolan Marowak in a great matchup with Skarmory because the Fire Spin's doing super effective damage to the Skarmory, and then we do burn the shield on this Sky Attack. And then I think we're just going to charge up a lot of energy and then throw the Bone Club. So he might think it's a Shadow Ball, or it could just be a Bone Club bait, which it is, but it does burn the shield, which is fantastic for us. Alolan Marowak does win this matchup if we throw the Bone Club, he shields up, and then we land the Shadow Ball, just because Shadow Ball does enough raw damage, especially with same type attack bonus because of the ghost typing. But in comes Alolan Marowak of his own, and here we make a little bit of a mistake. We go for the Shadow Ball, which lets him get to this Bone Club. It definitely can't be a Shadow Ball because we only just got to it, and or we haven't even got to it yet. And we obviously had the energy advantage, so we knew it was a Bone Club, but we had to shield it up anyway because Bone Club's super effective. We went for the Nuke, which I guess forced a shield, so maybe not the worst play, but unfortunately we don't get this Bone Club off, which would have been a nice little thing to cap off Alolan Marowak's time in the sun here. And we don't actually have another great Pokemon against Alolan Marowak in the back. We weren't going to bring in Machamp because Machamp is not going to be able to do much against Alolan Marowak, especially because I do not have Rock Slide. If we did have Rock Slide, we could do some super effective damage there, but Alolan Marowak probably would have been able to get to a Shadow Ball first, which he gets the Shadow Ball off onto the Charizard, and then switches into Scrafty. Scrafty is not going to like his time up against Machamp. Machamp is going to be one of the Pokemon that can take it down. Because Scrafty has that dark typing, he ends up kind of weak to other counter users. So we decided to throw the charge move to make sure we take him down there. Don't give him an opportunity to get a charge move off. We want to keep Machamp as healthy as possible for this matchup against Alolan Marowak. And with a cross chop, we are almost able to take him down, and then one more counter and we do take him down. So I feel like he might have, well, I feel like he should have had a Bone Club there ready. So I don't know if he was like might have been going for the Shadow Ball to secure the kill. But at any rate, we have Skuntank versus Sableye. Skuntank has absolutely been slaying Go Battle League for me. He's absolutely been doing great up against the Zoomerall, up against some Flyers, he's landed Flamethrowers on so many Skarmories. It is just amazing. But not very effective damage from that Sableye, and then switches out into Charizard. We don't really have a great Charizard counter, so you just go, oh well, we'll throw this Sludge Bomb, do some damage to the Charizard, and a whole lot of damage, and then hoping that we were able to farm him down to just quick moves, so we decide to use the shield, make sure that we take down this Charizard with the Skuntank, so we get to see what he brings in next. and does go back into the Sableye. We throw the Sludge Bomb, which isn't going to be super effective, so I mean maybe we should have gone for the Flamethrower. I'm not certain which is more efficient, but I would guess Flamethrower. We've got the shield disadvantage, but the very strong switch advantage. So now we can bring in Wigglytuff, which is going to do super effective damage to Sableye. The only super effective damage that can be done to Sableye with that Fairy Charm. It's just fantastic. And then Alolan Marowak in the back, which we don't have any great counters here. Skarmory is obviously going to get countered by Alolan Marowak, and then Wigglytuff does not stand up very well to Alolan Marowak either. They're kind of just neutraling it out, I guess, or not very effectiving it out. Because this Play Rough is not going to do a whole lot of damage. It'll do a little bit, like it'll definitely chunk down. And he's into the red now. I think we're just going to let Wigglytuff go down, bring in the Skarmory, hope that Skarmory can finish him off. Spire Spin doesn't do like tons of damage, and we're still going to be able to burn a shield on something, and then yeah, just quick move him down. Still had both shields, so maybe there are other opportunities. You could have used those in the battle. I guess landing the Sludge Bomb on Charizard is quite large, so that definitely could have been avoided, but GG's gravy. And then onto NotRandyN3wman, one of my patrons, so thank you very much. And we've got Vileplume again in the lead up against Medicham. Medicham is going to be able to threaten us a bit with Ice Punch, but actually switches out into Golbat. So we do not have a Golbat counter, and we kind of just blind switched into Machamp, which was not smart at all. It was a very poor decision on my part. Although, I mean, there wasn't really a great switch. So this is one of the options, one of the bad options. Switching out is probably the right move to keep Vileplume. But now we bring in Haunter after we've burnt a shield, which is actually, it's alright. He was probably expecting a Rock Slide, which is why shield, so I'm happy. And then it is a Poison Fang, so we do call that correctly. If it was a Shadow Ball, we'd be out for the count, and then there's basically nothing we could do. But we do have a little bit of play here. We go for the Shadow Ball because we do not have this Haunter second moved, and then switches out into Probopass, and so takes down the Haunter, and then in comes Vileplume. Unfortunately, it is a Rock Throw Probopass, so he's going to be doing more damage to us with that quick move. Throws the Magnet Bomb, and unfortunately we also don't have a Grass quick move, so this battle has definitely hurt us a little bit in the not having 2 charge moves category, but I need this Dust for Ultra and Master Go Battle-y. I need to sort out my priorities. I'm really not in the Rose Cup game as hard as I should be right now. I've definitely been focusing on that Go Battle Leaguing. But we have Wigglytuff versus Golbat, which is a pretty bad matchup in the lead because Golbat is going to be able to get super effective Poison Fangs off, which do a ton. So we let one come through to just try and weaken down the Golbat a little bit, and then bring in Skuntank. Counters with the shiny Gligar, so definitely flexing on us pretty hard. Throw the Sludge Bomb, which is also not very effective, which is unfortunate. So live and you learn though. I really just didn't know how to play against the Gligar. It's a little unfamiliar to me, and I didn't want to get hit with a Dig. I was a little bit scared of that. So now we go for the Flamethrower, hoping that maybe this charge move is better than the Sludge Bomb. Does burn that shield though, and yeah, we've got hoping a Night Slash coming through. And it is a Night Slash, not a Dig. If it was Dig, we would be done for, but Night Slash, we have a little bit of hope that we can maybe get another charge move, but he gets another Night Slash off, and we would have to burn a shield for the chance to get a charge move off. So actually it looks like we definitely would have got another charge move off, but we decided to just bring in Wigglytuff, hope that Wigglytuff could finish off the Gligar before he got a Night Slash, but Charm just wasn't doing enough. So we let the Night Slash come through, knowing that it won't finish it off, and he actually gets the buff. Lucky for us, it only buffs him up for 1 attack. And then he's got Probopass in the back, and we're done for. We've been outpicked here. Drifblim is an absolutely useless pick up against Probopass. If we brought in a fighter, then we might be in a very good position, but we are just not. We go for the Shadow Ball to try and chip off a chunk of damage here, but there's nothing you can do. Nothing at all. Like, maybe we could have gone for the Ominous Wind, go for the defense and attack boost, but even then, we just wouldn't have been able to get out of here. We're done for. It's GG's. I'm just GG's. We go for the Ice Beam as a last ditch effort. Do bit of food, and yeah, here it comes. Take it away, Probopass. And away. Okay, now let's go into another game where we might have a bit more of a chance, huh? Yeah. And this is pretty good. Golbat versus Charizard, definitely not a bad matchup. Shadow Ball will do plenty of damage, and Charizard is just generally squishy. So we're going to hope that he doesn't shield with Shadow Ball. We do shield up in case of a Blast Burn. You do not want to get hit with the blast burn at all. Blast burn hurts very, very much. And please don't shield, please don't shield, please don't. He shields. That's unfortunate. But we can try again. Never give up. So go for another Shadow Ball. We've got another CMP tie. Charizard got the higher attack stat, so he gets his off first. Shield up the blast bird again, and go for it. Shadow Ball, Shadow Ball, Shadow Ball. Don't shield, buddy. No shield, no shield. We've taken out the Charizard. So now we have Probopass, and lucky for us, we have brought in double tank in the back. So we were able to safely switch into Probopass without, like, if he switched into Machamp and like hard countered us, then we would still have another tank in our back to use later on. So it wouldn't be the end of the world. And we brought in Probopass because we kind of wanted Steelix to be the one to take out Probopass. Steelix has Earthquake, which is going to be very super effective to Probopass, as you saw earlier in the video. Earthquake just devastates. And yeah, so... But he's staying in though, which probably means that he's got a flyer in the back, which I was guessing it was Golbat in the back. So I was like, okay, well, ideally, I would actually have Probopass to deal with the Golbat. Probopass is better at dealing with Golbat than Steelix is, just because he doesn't have any rock moves. So we decided to switch into Golbat, hoping to catch a charge move, keep our Probopass healthy, but no such luck. So bring in the Probopass, figure, well, we may as well just eat the energy with Probopass, and then we can bring in Steelix to farm down the Magnet Bomb, farm down the Probopass, get a little bit of energy lead, so we can get some more crunches off onto the presumable flyer in the back. And we did call it very correctly, it was a Golbat. So yeah, again, would prefer to have Probopass here, but Steelix is going to do a very nice job. We get the crunch off, and Golbat is going to be able to get a Shadow Ball off, which won't do, like, it won't finish us off by any means, but it will hurt. But he's pretty much going to have to get 2 Shadow Balls off to be able to finish this off, which I don't think he's going to be able to do here. Yeah, 1 Shadow Ball, which does like a little under half damage, so another one would finish us off, but Dragon Tail him down, and that is GG. So thank you both for the battles. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, especially that subscribe one. See you in the next Go Battle League video. Yeah, the next one will be Go Battle League battles. Then I think we're going to alternate between Rose and Go Battle League. So I'm going to look to increase my posting schedule, like put out some more videos so that we can get Rose Cup. So we don't like go half speed on the Rose Cup videos. You know what I mean? Like, still want to pump out as much Rose Cup content as possible while also putting out Go Battle League. We'll just let me know in the comments what you prefer. But also, I've had this up on the whole on the screen the whole time now because they're very important. Thank you to my patrons, Militime9458, brajSF, NegativeBen10 and NotRandyN3wman for supporting the channel. And I mean, yeah, haven't you heard? They're the coolest in town. So yeah, see ya.